nothing.
That's my son, ma'am. That is my son, ma'am.
I don't give a fuck who it is.
Hey, over here. Stop.
You don't have the right to tear down America. You don't have the right to destroy our American cities that our people fought for. You will never have that right. Never.
I want to hear everything you have.
Never. No, you don't. You want to take down history. You want to burn our cities. You want to destroy people. You want to kill innocent white children in the streets. You will never have that right. You are not a peaceful movement. You are domestic terrorists, is what you are.
My name is Tiffany. I am from Shreveport.
Because that's all you fucking do across our country is yell at us. No, we're not talking. We're not talking. We don't understand why.
I want to hear everything that you have to say.
Guys, come on over here and help us. I could breathe.
My name is Tiffany. If you're interested in what I actually stand for,
Keep talking.
project things on me. Let me finish, please. Instead of projecting things on me, I would like you to sit down and have a conversation.
I'd rather stand up, but I do
That's the
want
rules
to
of
know.
Speaker's Corner, sir. We sit
I don't-
down across from each other and have a conversation.
I don't follow rules very well.
What's the
Obviously.
What's the speaker's corner?
Speaker's Corner is dedicated to the First Amendment right of freedom of
Explain.
speech.
Who dedicated
Explain why you're defending a
dedicated
criminal,
that?
George Floyd, instead of innocent white children out here being murdered by your little gang members you're defending. Explain that to me, because my son is one of them.
Ma'am, you haven't heard a single thing I've had to say.
Do you have any family members killed by
asked
black
you a
people?
question.
Because I do.
I asked you a
You're
question.
defending a criminal who got his ass shot, rightfully so.
And you need to say everything that you're saying, ma'am, and I endorse your ability
Shut
to
up.
do that.
Shut up.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a part of a fucking terrorist group that is tearing down America and shooting our police officers. You are a fucking traitor to your race.
What group am I a part of? Because I'd love to know.
Well, isn't this protest put on by
That's
BLM?
bullshit.
Yes, sir.
No, what is
That
it?
is killing our police
Who's
and killing our
destroying your
families.
statue?
I can only answer one person at a time.
He's not asking.
Power to the
Yeah,
motherfucking
I'm,
people.
I'm just a citizen journalist. I'm not biased at all.
Well, everybody's biased, but as long as you're one of the people who decides to talk and not scream, that's fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm just.
You are BLM and Antifa.
Who are y'all with? Who are y'all with? You want to talk to me?
White House on something.
What is that exactly?
We are making a petition to not tear down,
Okay.
but instead to move.
To move? Okay.
The-
Well,
The statues.
okay.
We believe that
Does that shock you?
this isn't the appropriate place for a monument like this. In front of a courthouse where people are supposed to have equal justice,
Okay.
Hallelujah.
black people can't really expect equal justice while this is staring them in the face. So we are suggesting that this gets moved to either the Confederate, either to like a museum or like a graveyard for like Confederate veterans.
Okay.
Just somewhere that's a bit more, appropriate.
Had to keep myself unbiased. I'm not going to say yes, no, or ask you anything. I just let you do all the
I'm not
talking.
expecting. See, I'm not going to force you to take sides, but
Right. I would.
Can you join me at the
I just
microphone,
prefer
please?
that people were talking instead of shouting.
Right.
All right, this
Right.
is the speaker's
She,
corner.
yeah, she's just very emotional because her child got killed.
Excuse me.
Now we're going to answer. We're going to answer everything that was just brought up here in a peaceful way. But first, Aiden, Tiffany, Aiden and Tiffany, don't enable them. So, just to go ahead and bring clarity for everybody, my name is Will James. That's William. Yes, I can pronounce William. James, James.
Oh, thank you for the clarity.
I am an independent citizen, resident
So, Jan, you remember calling me sister back in the day?
of Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm not from
I don't know
Mansfield.
why you think I'm mad at you.
I'm not
I'm
from
not.
You
Gloucester.
started putting your hands on
I'm not from Keithville. I'm not from Bossier City. I actually grew up 3 blocks away from here before I joined the military, traveled the world, But you don't want to hear about that. You
nothing.
want to hear all the
Nothing.
grimy details about it. So,
You're not fucking
let me
sorry.
just go
You're not
ahead and put
protesting for our
together a
white
few
children.
things to rest here.
Why are you not protesting for the white children murdered by the people
Our
you're defending?
group
Since you understand.
It's not a Black Lives Matter chapter.
Don't.
There's actually not a Black Lives
Are you
Matter
calling for the
chapter
police?
in
You don't like
Louisiana.
the police. Why are you calling for them?
There's one right here.
Are you gonna let all this happen?
They're not doing anything. She won't. She was going.
You don't like taking
Now,
them.
with that,
You don't even like them. You don't even like them.
Go. Go ahead, punk.
Y'all motherfuckers out here shooting our police. Don't fucking call for them.
What you did? What? What? Come on, punk. Tear what down? Tear my statue down? Tear my country down? Is that what you're tearing down?
go ahead.
Take what
go
down? The United States
So-
of America?
To go ahead and speak clearly, because everybody is listening to. It's amazing how fake news is the story right now. But you guys actually, right now, don't have facts. So, fact. My name is Will James. Fact. We are not BLM. Fact. We are not Antifa. Fact. We are not Marxists. Fact. We are not racist. Fact. We are not terrorists. Fact. We are all citizens. And with when we look at everything that's taking place right now, you guys are helping us make our point. I actually welcome dialogue. We are not calling for the destruction or the tearing down of this monument.
What's that sign say?
Once again,
What's that sign say? Listen right here.
fact.
Hey, what's that shit?
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to back up. You can go to the sidewalk and speak freely, but I'm asking you to give us our space. We gave you your space. Go to the sidewalk, and I'll be more than happy to.
What's that sign say? What's the sign?
Does it say destroy?
It says take it down.
That does not mean destroy,
It says take it down. Whatever. That's the same fucking
because you
sign.
can take it down and set it back up in a new location. As far as when you look at the Civil War cemeteries that are here, 13-year veteran here, so I can respect it as a veteran. Now with that, it being relocated to a Civil War cemetery, the sign says dedicated to those that fought for the cause. Where are those people buried right now?
We've been sitting here 100 years.
And you can take it still, and it's been an issue still for that. So the reason why we are asking for it to be taken down is the reason why we're asking for it to be relocated is it doesn't matter if I'm a black male, it doesn't matter if you have a Jewish person, it doesn't matter if you have a Native American person, an indigenous person, it doesn't matter if you have a Muslim person. This place is a hall of justice. And for those of you that actually study your amendments of the Constitution, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution does state that you will have equal justice for all. The cause that Louisiana had for joining the Civil War was to maintain its economy. Awesome. Cool. The reason for it to maintain its economy, it made a lot of money off of those crops. But how did you maintain the crops? You maintained the crops by African American slaves.
Where did we get those African American slaves? From your own people.
So with that,
Your own people.
when we go ahead and we state peacefully, you will not get an F-bomb out of me. You will not get an N-word out of me. You won't get any other profane language out of me. Because when you have two sides that are speaking heated in anger, from a distance, nobody can tell who's right and who's wrong. Now, for the past The past two weekends, I have put out an open invitation to discuss without any profanity and letting each other speak. If I were to speak, I would let someone else speak. So when we go ahead and we have a full discussion without profanity, that's fine. But making threats, Aiden, don't engage.
Okay, I have a question.
But with that being said, I'm going to finish what I have to say. But yes, I'll go ahead and repeat it for those that can't hear it. That's how equal I am. In spite of how angry I am at some points and times. Yes. What's your question about profanity, sir? Sir, you sat down last week and you got up 8 times to get away from the conversation to reset. It's not that we wouldn't have the discussion. He stated that he offered to debate us anywhere, anytime. The Speaker's Corner has actually been here for 2 Saturdays now, every Saturday. And we welcome an open discussion. But the only thing with that is, A, refrain from profanity, both sides. B, you don't hint at physical violence. I don't care how many rifles, I don't care how many open carries are out there. That's fine, that's your freedom to carry. I don't care how good of a boxer or MMA specialist or kung fu artist or, I don't care. Because I just care about the discussion, the dialogue. If you can't see the point of division that's being caused right now between family, between blood, then you guys are blind to the issue.
Hey, all lives matter. I can talk without using profanity. My point is, you said you served this country?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did serve this country.
You have brothers die for it?
Yes. So let's put it this way: if you had a Gulf War monument that was right here on site, I would say that that's an inappropriate site for it. Still, because this is a hall of justice. Now, if it were in a city park, if it were in a museum, if it were on any other block, but the 501 Texas Street address that it's located at, then I would gladly go ahead and say, yes, it has a right as a piece of art to be anywhere in the city. But when you have, it's been here for 114 years. But with that being said, let me respond to that, since he said, how long has it been here for? So, for those of you that didn't join us here for last week, let me give you a brief education before we go back to our musical break. And I have to go ahead and speak with our fine officers that are blessing us with their presence today. Thank you all, officers. I do appreciate you. I'm not here to be a nuisance. I'm not here to do anything but to speak peacefully. The Emancipation Proclamation was passed on January the 1st of 1863. 2.5 years later is when finally slaves were given their freedom to go ahead and live where they want, work where they want, work for whoever they wanted to. But with that, that was 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. When you focus on 40 years afterwards, when you focus on 40 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, when this statue was erected, that was a direct affront to the freedom that was granted to those people that were slaves. Do you have proof that Booker T. Washington paid for the monument? Show me your proof. No, I don't need hearsay. I work based on facts. If you can show me that, then you will have my respect for the research that you've done. But I need facts. I don't need hearsay. 1905, the statue was erected. 1906 is when it was uncovered to the general public. I do my research. Now, once again, to me, this monument, yes, it's a piece of art. I'm an artist. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a performing arts major. I can go ahead and I can recant different lines that speak on why we should or shouldn't be here about a monument. But when I look at a monument that's dedicated to those that actually wanted to keep the system of slavery in place strictly to pad their pockets. You're right, boo them. I like it when we can bring people over, because when they say boo, you're right, boo to that system.
You do realize every race has been enslaved at one point.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything after I heard BS. So when he says BS, and then he says that he can speak, but I digress. It actually takes a lot to bite a tongue. So, I'm going to focus on this. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what your sexual preference is. It doesn't matter what your financial background is. It doesn't matter. When you walk into the Caddo Parish Courthouse, you should expect equal justice when you go in. And if you lose when you come out, how can you not say a monument that's dedicated to discrimination? How can you expect equal justice for all? But if you're looking at whether it's a claimant or a defendant, if you win, you can still have a guilty conscience walking out. Because who's to say that they got equal justice with a monument dedicated to discrimination here?
Monuments got nothing to do with law enforcement in the park. Get a life. Get a life.
I have a
You know
life,
that's not right.
and I have a voice.
The monument has nothing
Everybody
to
here
do
has a
with
voice.
parks.
I hear your voice.
Follow the rules. Follow the rules. It's black and white in the law. The monument's got nothing to do with the court system. Follow the law. That's black. That's
Is it
white.
on courthouse grounds, ma'am? I can hear you fine before you got your megaphone.
The reason I keep losing the people is
you
because
have
I'm
the
watching
deed
my
that
back.
shows who the
There's
monument
some
belongs to?
awful, nasty people behind me.
We're tired of excuses.
So if you have the deeds and the paperwork that show this, the place to actually take care of this, the place to take care of this, the place to take care of this is the Caddo Parish Commission. The place to take care of this is with your city council members. So with that being said, every time that I've tried to respond, I've responded without profanity. I've responded maintaining emotion, keeping it in check. But show me the fact. Show me the fact. I need to go ahead and I need to see the deed in print. I need to see the deed in print. I need to see the paperwork in print. Right now, what he's speaking about, he's not talking about the ownership of the property of the statue or the land that he's on. He's talking, what he's talking about, I'm letting them know what you're speaking on. I know exactly. He's speaking about the fact that BTW, Booker T. Washington, helped pay for the monument. That's what he's showing a fact on. Before I go and I talk with him calmly the same way that I'm talking right now on a public forum at the sidewalk, that's where we can talk commonly together, respectfully. Every time somebody had something to say, I tried to address it. The moment you throw profanity into it, I stop listening. Ma'am, these are my people. These are my people. These are my people. And you just sat here and cursed at my people. These are my people. Exactly.
If you want to calm down America, start with your people first.
When you look at responses like that, for people that just want to be heard but don't want to hear,
Are you lying when you're shooting America?
They have nothing to gain from this other than voice their own opinion. So with that,
Calm your people down. Calm your people down. In America, shooting our police and shooting our children. Calm them down first.
8 minutes and 46 seconds starts now.